Hello friends, this is Durga again from IT University, a one-stop shop to learn all the technologies. So at this time we are talking about HDPCD practice exam. Already we have completed 3 tasks. The first one is using HDFS command, second and third using pig to cleanse the data and also to do some processing or analyzing the data. In this task we will try to create a Hive table on the directory flight delays underscore clean, which is created as part of the second task. So if you go through these tasks, each one is highly dependent on others, means all the subsequent tasks are highly dependent on the tasks that are done before. Okay, so here you have to define a Hive table. The table name is flight delays, and the location it should be pointing to is user hot on flight delays clean, which is generated as part of the task 2 in HDFS, and then the Hive table should satisfy all of the following bullet items. The first one is the table needs to be external table with the location set to this one, and the schema name matches the columns year, month, day, month, depth time, unique carrier, flight num, arrival delay, origin and dest, etc. And then they have specified that unique carrier, origin and dest should be string, and all other columns needs to be integers. So for this you need to have good understanding about how to create a Hive table. In this case they are asking for external table, so let's do that. I am again using the terminal. I have already connected to the practice exam on EC2. For this they are not asking to save the script anywhere, they are just asking us to create a table using Hive. So Hive, once you launch the Hive, you have to start with create external table because they are asking for external table. And what is the table name? Again, make sure you copy paste all these important names so that there will be no typos. And then the column names also copy these column names except unique carrier, origin and dest, which is the 5th and 8th and 9th columns. Everything else is int. So let's copy paste the column names also. Here is the column name int, and then month is the second column name int, and then day of month is third column name int, and then depth time is fourth column name int, and then unique carrier is string, and then flight num is int, and then arrival delay is also int, and then origin is string, and then destination is string. Okay, so here they are asking us to just create table on this location, and if you go to the second task, the data is delimited by comma, so you need to understand the structure of the data. If you are not sure, it's better to validate the data before creating the table. Okay, so here I am exiting from here. The location they are asking for is Hadoop fs minus ls user hot on flight delays underscore clean, and there is only one file, so I can say Hadoop fs minus tail, and copy paste this file name. Tail has to use the complete file name, you cannot give the patterns, and here you can see that data is comma delimited. Okay, in the question they didn't tell what is the delimiter, they are just asking us to point our table to this location, but we have to understand what the delimiter is and we have to apply that logic here. In this case we need to use only 2 table properties. One is the row format, delimited fields terminated by comma, and the second one is the location, because it's a actional table. Okay, so row format delimited, this is the syntax which I know out of my mind, on top of my mind. Fields terminated by comma, okay, and then location. So first you have to give the row format and then the location, and location is this one, and hit enter. There seems to be some issue. Okay, here I specified just as sting instead of string, that's the issue. So I have to copy paste this one. First copy these lines and then dest string and then row format delimited. Okay, now the table is created. The first thing is you have to validate whether the table is created properly or not. Select star from flight delays, limit 100 to see whether we are getting the data properly or not. Everything is proper. You can also do describe flight delays and ensure the columns is as per they have requested. So except unique carrier, origin and dest, everything is integer. And also if you want to describe formatted to see all the properties, you can do that as well. Okay, it should be formatted, not formatted. There is a typo. Now you can see that it's an actional table pointing to user hot on flight delays underscore clean, and also field delimiter is comma. So very straightforward. And now if you want to validate whether our earlier queries are correct or not, you can now run simple Hive queries. Like for this one, the pig script, you can just say select count of 1 from flight delays. This you only use if you are not confident whether your pig script is correct or not, and if the requirement can be written in simple queries. If it is complex queries, don't do that. Or even if you confident about your pig scripts, don't do that. You use these tips if you complete the exam, and if you want to revalidate whether everything is correct or not, then only you do all these things, because each of these queries will take at least 20 to 30 seconds to just run. On top of that, depending upon the typing speed, it can take more time, and if you have bugs in the queries, it can add confusion. So only use this validation techniques if the queries, if you can write the pig script in simple Hive queries, otherwise don't use that. The next validation is select count of 1 from flight delays where destination equal to den, and hit enter. Okay, so I think it has given us 295 records or 4. Let's see how many. I think it's 445 or 495. I don't remember what we have, but you can compare with yeah, 495. And then the third question in the pig analyze data is and arrival delay greater than or equal to 60. I think it has written 29 records, and you will see those here. So this is how you can actually use Hive to validate your pig scripts if you are not confident about your pig scripts, and also if those requirements for pig script can be written in simple Hive queries. You can see the 29. So our pig scripts are also correct, our Hive is also correct. So it will give more confidence for your certification. So far I have spent around 45 minutes and I have completed 4 tasks successfully. So if you know the technologies, Hive, pig, scoop, etc., and if you don't get confused, you can finish this exam well within 2 hour time. But if you don't know the breadth of the topics, then you will struggle quite a bit, and it can cause confusion, and you might waste some time, which can cost your exam. So be well prepared before going to exam. That being said, I hope you are enjoying the content on the channel. If you like this video, please click on the like button. If you want to provide the feedback, please use the comment section of the video. If you want to discuss further about certifications or big data, please join my LinkedIn groups called ITversity-certifications or ITversity-big data. And finally, if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. You will get to see a lot more content like this over time. Thank you. Bye.